Welcome back, guys. My name is Marcos, and today we have a new phone that boosts launch, and it's called the Moto E. I don't know how creative these names are, but I thought we already had a Moto E a couple years ago. Before we get started, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, as it helps out the channel, get more people and more viewers to watch these videos. So if you could help me out with that, let's get started. So like I said a couple minutes ago, the Moto E sounds like we had this phone a couple years ago. I don't know if it's a relaunch of it, but here's what it is. Here's what the box says. So the box does come with the new boost colors. It also explains that you can activate it on the new expanded network, which is a T-Mobile network under Dish. The Moto E has a 6.2-inch HD touchscreen display, 32 gigs of memory, 2 gigs of RAM, 13 megapixel camera, two cameras in the back, a 13 megapixel and a 2 megapixel depth camera, a front facing camera, and that's the processor as well, 1.8 gigahertz octa-core. So it should be a nice entry level phone. Here on the box you don't see much. I mean, pretty much it just explains, what it is, how to activate it, and yeah, this is just a shell. This is how they hang them at the store. So let's open this bad boy up and see what's inside. So as we pull out the shell on the left, Motorola actually put a nice black sleek box inside of it, and inside the box we do see the phone. What else do we get here? We do have the charger. This is no, it's not a Type-C charger. It's a regular V9 charger. So they didn't go with Type-C fast charging. Maybe, let me see. Does it say anything about fast charging? No, it looks like it's a regular charger. Let's see how many volts. Doesn't say. So it looks like a regular charger. SIM card opener. Probably some disclaimers. And sometimes Motorola gives you a free case. It looks like they didn't this time. So no free case from Motorola this time. And here's the phone. Let me set the camera down. Plastic wrap, and let's see if we can pull it out. So here's the first impressions of the phone. The phone feels well made. It feels like it has a glass back. It has a nice shine to it. Not bad. It looks really nice. It weighs about 6.6 ounces. As I was saying, this phone does weigh about 6.6 ounces, so it has some nice weight to it. It makes it feel kind of premium. It doesn't feel cheap. The back feels like a glass back. Here in the back we do see the two cameras. We do have a 13 megapixel camera and a 2 megapixel depth camera at the flash. We also have the fingerprint sensor for the fingerprint lock. Nice sleek design. In the front we do have a teardrop notch front facing camera right there in the front. Sorry about the glare. So we do have a front facing camera, and I believe that's a 5 megapixel camera in the front. Let's see if we can turn this on. On the bottom we do have the microphone, we do have the speaker, and we also have the charging port. On the right we have the volume rockers and the lock button down here. Power on and lock button. On top they put the headphone jack on the top and the microphone for the speaker. So there we go, phone's turning on. So this does have a 6.2 HD display. Very small bezel on top, but a little bigger on the bottom. So let's skip this and go to the front. All right, so here's the phone. Here's the phone turned on with it looks like it's running Android 10. So here's the teardrop notch camera, front facing camera. So no buttons at the bottom. Out of the box, you do get 32 gigs of memory. Software does use up about 12 gigs. So you have the remaining to download apps and stuff like that, save your stuff. All right, let's take a look at the camera. Let's see what kind of features the camera has. So let's press in the camera. Let's check out the modes that we can choose. So for modes, we can do portrait mode, cutout, spot color. So maybe for those red eyes or something like that. Live filter, so you can probably add filters to it. And panorama pictures. You also have for video, you do have slow motion, time lapse for camera features. So the camera is a 13 megapixel camera with the secondary camera being a 2 megapixel depth camera. Let's see if we can have something that we can look at and see if we can zoom in. All right, for the camera test, I did bring 2 items. I do have a little John Deere tractor there, and I also have a Venom action figure. The action figure is about 6 feet. 6 feet 6 inches. So let's see what this camera can do. So let's try and zoom in. Alrighty, so that's the zoom. Oh, the camera's pretty good. Camera can actually see the action figure really good, and the little John Deere tractor or lawnmower, whatever it could be. So 8 times zoom, and they can catch those 2 items that are about 6 feet away from us. So camera is very nice. Let's see if we can see that car outside. It's about, so camera, very nice. Very clear. Super clear. Very nice camera. All right, so right now let's test out the processor by checking out a game. So let's check out the processor. With the processor, we might be able to check out the sound with this game that's about to turn on. All right, so I downloaded this game to check out the processor and see how smooth it was. The phone has a nice size. It fits very well, very good with 2 hands. Great gaming phone, I think.
Don't ask them, what do we know? What I forgot is better than whatever they remember.
Let me turn on the volume a little bit. Sounds really good. Really loud phone. Get out of the way. The phone doesn't lag. The game is really smooth. I just don't know how to play. I'm trying to drift. Let's use some NOS. The processor and the phone feels very solid. The HD display feels really good. Looks really good. Sounds really good. Phone's super loud. So I think it's a good gaming phone. The speakers are really loud. One thing I didn't mention, the phone does have like a really, it feels like it has a really tough glass. Hopefully it's not that fragile. The phone is supposed to be water repellent, so if you do get some like water splash or something, it shouldn't get damaged that easy. So overall, phone feels very solid. And then another thing I didn't mention, it has like a hard, what is that called? A hard, not the bezel, the outside of the phone feels like it's like almost built like the iPhones now, where they have like this hard either metal or plastic around it. So it feels very well made. Let's check out the music. Let's see if the music is loud as well. Let's find some non-copyright music. So. Sounds really good. This music sounds. Has the speakers on the bottom right here, but it sounds really good. It sounds very clear. Sounded a little louder in the game. I don't know, man. I think it's just a type of music. Overall, sounds good. So music sounds good. Let's test out the screen with some good videos, see how it looks. Alright, let's test out the screen colors and screen resolution by looking up this nice scenery video. It looks amazing. So phone has a nice size. I mean, it feels great with 2 hands if you're watching a video. The colors are nice. Phone hasn't lagged out. It hasn't froze yet. Played well with the games. Sounds pretty good. Sounds really good actually. So Motorola, I feel like they're always they always put quality parts in there. So I would go with a Motorola before a Samsung. I think, in my personal opinion, Samsung, I think they just add really expensive screens and they forget some of the other parts. But that's just my opinion. The Motorola does a well-rounded build all the time. So looks really good. Very good resolution, so very good phone. Time of the video, today's July 10. Boost Mobile doesn't have it on their website yet. They do have it on their Motorola website, MotoE. It's a midnight blue color. It looks like it's gonna be $149. I would think Boost should have it around the same price. It looks like very well made phone, very entry level phone, but really well designed. Talks about the 2 cameras online. Good pictures. I think it has good features. Battery life, it does have a 3550 milliamp battery. It says about 2 days of battery. I do believe them. Motorola does good batteries and stuff like that. More screen, beautiful screen. I think the screen is really good. It does have a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, which is really good. It's very smooth. An octa-core, I believe that's what the box said in the front. Fingerprint sensor, fingerprint lock and sensor. Also talks about how they have water repellent feature on it. The camera does have Google Lens in it, built in. So 32 gigs of memory. So I just want to do a quick unboxing, let you know about the phone. Here's some of the specs performance wise. You know, I think the display is really good for the display. The Max Vision is called 6.2 inch HD. I think it's really good. That's the aspect ratio. So overall, very good made, well phone design. Speakers, 2 microphones. So it's pretty much what it shows out of the box. USB cable. So very well made phone. All right, and before we go, like I said, help me out by subscribing to my channel. Here's my channel as we do unboxings of certain items that I buy, certain items that I sell. And thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.